Dear EAGE member, my name is Dirk Orlowsky and I am the candidate for the position as Vice President-elect of the EAGE. Within this video, I would like to describe my personal view on the past developments in the EAGE and present some ideas in which way a positive development of our association will be achieved. About 10 years ago, the EAGE and its developments were depending mainly on the evolutions in the oil and gas market. Sponsoring, as well as the main number of participants and the related topics presented at the annual conferences, in workshops, as well as in other EAGE-related international meetings, reflected the strong relationship between the oil and gas sector and our EAGE. This strong relationship was very well realized during the past 5 years, when the oil and gas prices decreased rapidly and thus the willingness of exploring new and more complex deposits decreased worldwide as well. The other way around. Last year's near-surface meeting in Porto included the 3 conferences: European Meeting of Environmental and Engineering Geophysics, Applied Shallow Marine Geophysics, and Conference on Geophysics for Mineral Exploration and Mining. This meeting was the most successful near-surface meeting ever. Furthermore, several workshops at the upcoming EAGE conference in London are prepared with new topics like geomechanics, marine electromagnetics, machine learning, or geothermal reservoirs. Thus, it can be recognized that actually the interests of geoscientists are much more scattered in different fields of activities, as it was reflected by the EAGE in the past. Therefore, diversity is a key word for positive EAGE developments in future. One main focus of our works will be spent on the increase of the diversity of EAGE activity fields. Considering the again positive development in the oil and gas sector, further activities in other fields will be enforced. These fields are mining exploration, geomechanics, energy storage, geothermal resources, monitoring seismicity, environmental geophysics, for example, creating a forum for the prospection of final storage sites for radioactive waste or very critical waste, marine geosciences, infrastructure, urban geosciences, and many, many more. Please remember, the G within EAGE means geoscientists. An increasing diversity in different activity fields will attract more different geoscientists. First activities of the EAGE during the near-surface conferences, where different groups were invited to hold their own meetings, showed that this strategy can be a successful model for other conferences, workshops, symposia, and so on as well. Therefore, this strategy will be further developed for the whole EAGE. This will be possible with joint conferences, joint journals, special issues of existing journals, or, if possible, creating new journals which reflect directly the activity field and the diverse interests of our membership. Being active in many different fields, possible negative developments in one or the other will not penetrate to our EAGE as strong as in the past. A stronger diversity will lead to a bigger acceptance with respect to European research activities. Actually, the EAGE has active involvements in the EU Horizon 2020 project in the field mining exploration. Such involvements need to be increased in other fields as well. For example, European programs for the prospection and development of disposal sites for the critical waste need to be enforced. EAGE working groups should be the first contact with respect to geotechnical applications for environmental issues in Europe. Thus, during my time within the EAGE board, I will integrate as much diversity as possible in the EAGE. As EAGE becomes increasingly global in membership, a stronger diversity in activity fields, and thus becomes a different outlook, this diversity should be reflected in the board's composition and in the business office as well. So, many thanks that you took an interest in my ideas for a positive development of the EAGE.